Hey everyone, Mr. Armitage. In this video, I am doing an example from chapter 4.3 about long division of polynomials. Okay. So the problem we are looking at is to divide 4x to the fourth plus 5x minus 4 by x squared minus 3x minus 2. Okay. Now remember that dividing polynomials is, well, through long division, is essentially the same as dividing integers or whole numbers. So let's go ahead and set this up. So we have our little division symbol. We put our divisor on the outside first. So x squared minus 3x minus 2. And on the inside, we put our dividend, but we want it to include every single term. So we have 4x to the fourth. Now we don't have any x to the third powers, so we have plus 0 x to the third plus, well, no second powers, so 0 x to the second plus 5x minus 4. Okay. Now, if you're wondering why we want to add zeros here, realize that polynomials do not require that we put zeros in as placeholders like for whole numbers. Okay? It's kind of like if we wrote 40,054, so as a little aside here, it's like if we could write this number here at a slightly shorter way by saying maybe, let's see, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, fourth position. Or let's put them as subscripts. Okay. If we could write our whole numbers this way. Okay. Now we don't, because that's a little confusing for us, but we can write polynomials like that because it works out okay. And often those terms with zeros don't really change much for us. Okay, so first thing we do is we need to know what to multiply by, right? What number should go on top here to make everything work out? And we find that out by saying, okay, so does this entire thing, does our entire divisor go into just 4x to the fourth? No. Does it go into 4x to the fourth plus 0x cubed? No. But it does go into all that plus 0x squared because, see, we have 3 terms, right? This polynomial is a trinomial, 3 terms. So we want these 3 terms here. So that is what we'll start with. We can also see that if we take 4x to the fourth, okay, the very first term there, and divide it by the first term of our divisor, in this case x squared, okay, when we reduce this fraction, we get 4x squared. Now, the exponent for this one, the 2, right here, means that this 4x squared is going to go there, like it would in normal long division. 4x squared. Wrong color. Now we multiply our divisor by this 4x squared. So 4x squared times x squared is 4x to the fourth. 4x squared times negative 3x is negative 12x to the third. 4x squared times negative 2, negative 8x squared. Now, just like in long division, we now subtract these. 4x to the fourth is 0x to the fourth, so now we don't need to write it anymore, right? It cancels out. 0x to the third minus a negative 12x to the third is positive 12x to the third. 0x to the second minus a negative 8x to the second be positive plus 8x to the second. And we bring down our next term, plus 5x. And now we repeat the process again. Ooh, I just found out I could do that. Okay. So let's see now. So we want 12x to the third divided by x squared. Okay, the first term of this trinomial, this polynomial here, divided by the first term of our divisor, gives us 12x. So now we are going to multiply everything by 12x, which also means that up here we have plus 12x. Right, multiplying out. 12x times x squared is 12x cubed to the third. 12x times negative 3x is negative 36x squared. Negative 2 times 12x be negative 24x. Notice how we're always ending up with the right x's each time. Once again, we subtract. Okay. 12x to the third cancels out, right? Just like it did up here as well. 8x squared minus negative 36x will give us positive 44. Yeah. Positive 44x squared. 5x minus negative 24x would be positive 29x. And now we bring down this last term, negative 4. Okay. Once again, 44x squared divided by x squared is going to be just positive 44. So we're going to multiply everything by 44, which means that the final part of our quotient before the remainder is positive 44. Multiplying out, 44 times x squared, 44x squared, negative 3x times 44 would be 132, negative 132x, and 44 times negative 2 would be negative 88. Subtract all of this again. Okay. Now, once again, this cancels out here. Okay, right, it's the same. 44x squared minus 44x squared. We are left with now 29x minus a negative 132x would be positive 161. Yes. 161x. Negative 4 plus, or sorry, negative 4 minus negative 88 is the same as negative 4 plus 88, or 88 minus 4, be plus 84. Now, we already have our quotient up here. Well, most of the quotient. Okay. This down here is the remainder. So what we actually need to do is combine our quotient and remainder to give our final answer. So let's go ahead and go over here. So our final answer of, actually we're going to go down. Okay. So we had 4x to the 4th plus 5x minus 4 divided by x squared minus 3x minus 2 equal, okay, this all equals, once we're done dividing, we have the whole part of our quotient. So 4x squared plus 12x plus 44 plus our remainder, okay, the fractional part of our division, which would be 161x plus 84 divided by, well, our divisor, x squared minus 3x minus 2. There we go. Long division in only 13.5 minutes.